Hello everyone, Melanie here from CGL Recruiting, and I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can find a job on LinkedIn as an active candidate. Let's start. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, I hope you'll take a moment now to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications so you'll get to see the other great content we have coming out. And if you like this video at the end, please give us that thumbs up as it really helps our channel. Now for the 5 ways that I'm going to show you on how to get a job on LinkedIn, I'm not going to be talking about recruiters and companies searching for you. I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you can actively look for jobs. Now I am going to talk about it and then I'm going to show you live on LinkedIn how you can actually do it. Let's start by looking at LinkedIn's job posting feature. This is the easiest of the 5, but so many people wait for companies to approach them. I hope you're one of those active seekers that is actively looking at these jobs and applying. Let's take a look now. To get to LinkedIn's job postings, all you need to do is go to your home screen and then to the icon that says jobs. When you click on it, it will bring you to the jobs section of LinkedIn. Now, depending on the level of LinkedIn account you have, you may see more here than normal. For example, you'll see I have a LinkedIn premium account, and therefore it's going to do things like show me jobs where I'm a top applicant. It's also going to show me jobs that it believes are a match to me based on my profile. When you go into the different jobs within LinkedIn, once you click on them on the left-hand side, it's going to show you the job description on the right. Now on the job description, it will actually show you, are you connected with anybody within that company? Remember, the best way to find a job is always through someone you know. So if you do have a connection there, it is a great time to reach out to that person if you are interested in this position. Now, there is an easy apply button that you can use to apply for the position right here on LinkedIn. And you will also see, if you have a premium account, that you can see who posted the position and have the opportunity to send them an in-mail if you want to send your resume direct. Now, if you choose to do this, I still highly recommend that you still do apply using the blue apply button as well. Some other great things that LinkedIn tells you about the positions is, 1, how you match to the skills that are listed for this job. If you keep looking at jobs and notice that you're missing key skills, they may be things that you will want to add to your profile under the skills section. It's also going to give you information about the location of other applicants that have applied for this job. Now you can see it's incredible how many positions are actually out on LinkedIn at any given time. Here's what I highly recommend to you. You should not be applying for positions unless you are at least a 75% match to the role. Now, there are some positions, if you're trying to switch industries, you can try if you have a less percentage match, but I don't recommend you just go out and apply for 1,000 positions because they're there, just to try and talk with somebody. That will very quickly get you looked at negatively by those recruiters and companies when they see your name popping up again and again, and you don't meet any of the qualifications. So please, do try to only apply for those positions that you have about a 75% match. Let's take a look at the second way that you can be actively searching for jobs, and that is in your news feed. Now, there are lots of positions that are posted by individuals where they don't want to pay the money for LinkedIn to actually do the job posting. So how do they do that? They just put a post in their feed. Let me show you some of those right now. Your news feed is a great place to look for open positions. To get to your news feed, on your main home screen, that is the center portion of the screen. On your news feed, you will see some positions that are posted from different companies, different groups, and even individuals. Now, when you look at these postings, some of them are going to be actual ones that are posted from a job posting that somebody paid for, like this. Others are going to be where an individual has just listed text in there about a position and then put their email address where you can send in a resume. In this case, these people are not paying for the job posting system that LinkedIn has. But because they're putting it in the news feed, if you don't see it, you don't see it. So they don't get quite as much of a base of candidates applying in this method, but it's free, so lots of people use it. Now, how do you get to see more of these job postings in your feed? Well, there's a really simple way. One, of course, is to have your network be bigger. The more people in your network, the more things you're going to see in your news feed. But the other is to follow hashtags. Now, if you don't know what hashtags are, you're going to want to take a little bit of time to do a Google search and find out. But really what it is going to be a hashtag or a number sign and then a word after that hashtag. For example, hashtag jobs. And people that are posting things on LinkedIn will tag those different hashtags. And what that means is it shows up in the feed for those hashtags. So if you follow certain hashtags, you will get to see those job postings in your feed. Let's take a look at this right now. The easiest way to get to hashtags is right from the search bar on your main screen. Once you're up there, start typing in the hashtag and then a topic that interests you. In this case, I started entering oil for oil and gas. Now, as you see, the system automatically started to autofill suggestions for me, looking at hashtags it thought I would be interested in. When I click on one of these hashtags, it's going to take me to the page for that hashtag. And that is where you're going to see the number of followers for that hashtag. In this case, hashtag oil and gas jobs has over 108,000 followers. If you want to follow this hashtag, just click on this blue follow button. And you'll also see you start getting posts into your news feed from the hashtag oil and gas jobs. The hashtags can be really powerful at directing the information that comes across in your news feed. So I do recommend you take some time to look at all the different hashtags. But to help you out, I'm going to show you a list right now of some of the hashtags I recommend for job seekers, and I'll also show you how many followers each one has. So here they are. Now, this is no way an all-inclusive list, but I wanted to give you 5 hashtags that you might consider following as a job seeker. The first one, hashtag jobs, has over 2 million followers, so there's lots of posts going on that. The same with job seekers at a little bit over 1 million. Hashtag careers has over 22 million followers. There are a lot of people using this hashtag. Next is job search, which is a little over 1 million, and hashtag hiring is almost hitting 2 million followers. Okay, let's take a moment to move on to our number 3 way you can actively find more jobs on LinkedIn that you can apply for, and that is with groups. Now, people who've been on LinkedIn for a while know more about groups than people who are newer, and I think it's because LinkedIn kind of changed the way groups are done and they kind of hid them a little bit. So let me kind of show you what groups are and explain a little bit about them, and then you can see how you can notice all the jobs that are available out on the groups. Now, if you don't know what a group is, it's really just a place where there's a collection of members who have a shared interest in a topic. You'll see lots of jobs there and different posts about that industry or product or whatever the group is created about. There are multiple ways to get to groups on LinkedIn. I'm going to just show you one way. So from your home page, you just want to go up to that search bar. And when you click in it, it's going to bring a drop-down box and you're going to see groups. Go ahead and click on groups, and that's going to bring up just a generalized list of groups. To then search to find more groups, just go into that top search bar and start entering in whatever topic interests you. As you do, the system is going to try and autofill recommendations. Once you hit the enter key, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of groups that are all around what you entered in the search bar. So the thing that I really like about looking for a job in groups is that it's a little bit more targeted, because you're actually able to go to a group that relates to what your profession is or what your industry is. So the jobs that you are looking at are definitely much more connected to you. Our next way to look at jobs more actively is to go to company pages and look at the jobs that they have posted. Now, this is important, especially if you're trying to target a certain company. You'll get to look right away at the different positions they have open. And if you are targeting a company, I also want to recommend you follow that company. And here's why. One of the searches that you're going to see on LinkedIn Recruiter is those who are following certain companies. So let's take a moment and see how to get to a company page, and then I'll take you behind the scenes on LinkedIn Recruiter and show you why following those companies is important so you come up in that search. Let's talk about company pages. From your home page again, which is where you start most things on LinkedIn, go up to that search bar and start entering in the company that you're interested in. In this case, I entered Amazon. You will see it will try to find the companies you're entering in. You can actually see Amazon listed here. Once I click on that, it's going to take me to their home page. And then to follow that company, all I have to do is click the blue follow button. You'll also see on the company page a link to any jobs that they have posted. At the time I made this video, Amazon had over 32,000 jobs posted worldwide for all of their affiliate companies. Once you click on jobs, it's going to actually take you into the job descriptions, and you'll have a blue button there where you can apply easy for each and every role. Now remember, I did tell you that it was important for you to consider following companies that you're wanting to target. And let me show you why in the back of LinkedIn Recruiter. What you see on your screen right now is a bunch of the search filters that LinkedIn Recruiter has. If you see the one that says Spotlights, if I click on that plus, it brings down a drop-down menu. And one of the options that you're going to see is Engaged with Talent Brand. And that is anybody that is following that company. So in this case, that number there are individuals that are following my company. Okay, so what's our number 5 way on how to actively look for a role on LinkedIn? It's through someone you know. Use your network. That's why you're on LinkedIn. It's not enough to just be connected with people. Take the time to send individual messages to your connections. And listen, I don't care if you have 100 connections or if you have 2,000. What is the point of having connections if you're not utilizing them to network? Take this time to send messages to those individuals and say, hey, I'm looking for this type of job. If you know of any, I would greatly appreciate it if you would send them my way. LinkedIn is meant to be used as a networking tool for you. And I always say the best way to find a job is through someone you know. Now, hopefully you already know how to view your connections, but let's cover it just in case. From your main screen, go to the My Network button at the very top in the center. When you click on it, it's going to bring up Manage My Network, and in there you're going to see the number of connections that you have. If you click on the word connections, it will then bring up all of your connections. Now it only shows you a certain number at a time, and it does sort them by recently added. So while you can go in and message this way, you might want to consider sorting them first if you have a large number of connections, and you can do that by first name or by last name. Thanks again for joining me today, and if you feel like this information was helpful, please give me that thumbs up at the end of this video, and I would also ask, share this with another job seeker. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.